Feel.
Well, it feels absolutely amazing. I mean, I loved, David has made many appearances on Blue Peter, but we have an even stronger link, really, because I was at...
Biddy Baxter, the indomitable editor who transformed Blue Peter from a modest children's show into one of the longest-running and most beloved institutions in British television, has died aged 92. For more than a quarter of a century, she presided over the program with an unwavering sense of mission, a knack for innovation, and a famously formidable personality that kept the Blue Peter brand fiercely protected. Her signature blend of adventure, creativity, and compassion, complete with pets, charity appeals, history lessons, gymnastic feats, and far-flung travel reports, helped define the show for millions of children. Under her leadership, sticky-back plastic became a national byword for make-do crafting, and rockets made from plastic bottles were launched in kitchens across the UK. Baxter understood, perhaps better than anyone in children's broadcasting at the time, the power of participation. She wanted her young viewers to do things, make something, help someone, write in, involved years before audience engagement became an industry cliché. But she was also a commanding and sometimes intimidating presence behind the scenes. Former colleagues described her as exacting, opinionated, and fiercely protective of the show's reputation. Prisoners who worked under her would later joke, sometimes only half in jest, that she was both mentor and monarch, running Blue Peter like her own small kingdom. Early life, wartime resilience, and the seeds of creative Joan Maureen Baxter was born in Leicester. In May 1933, the daughter of a sportswear company director and a pianist, she acquired the nickname Biddy at school when a teacher, faced with too many Joans in one class, decided to invent something distinctive on the spot. Growing up during the Second World War instilled in her the frugality, ingenuity, and resourcefulness that would later become the hallmark of Blue Peter's make and do ethos. She remembered organizing bring and buy sales for the Spitfire Fund, staging plays and concerts to raise money for the Red Cross, and learning the value of rallying people for a good cause. After grammar school, she won a place at St. Mary's College, Durham University in 1952, a rare achievement at the time when only about 6% of undergraduates were women. Those years, she later said, were 3 memorable years that shaped her life. Initially drawn to a career in social work or the prison service, Baxter's trajectory changed abruptly when she spotted a BBC job advert, her university career's officer, in a remark that would both infuriate and inspire her, told her, "No one from Durham has ever worked for the BBC." Determined to prove him wrong, she applied and was accepted. Breaking into broadcasting, Baxter joined the BBC in 1955 as a trainee studio manager in radio, where she became skilled in creating live sound effects. By 1958, she was producing schools, junior English, and the cherished preschool program Listen with Mother. A temporary stint in children's television covering for a colleague on sick leave convinced her that she had found her calling. Despite being teased by radio colleagues for defecting to the small screen, she embraced the move with gusto. The Blue Peter years, from survival to stardom. In 1962, Baxter was asked to take over producing Blue Peter, then a modest 15-minute slot for children who had outgrown Watch with Mother. Few expected the program to last. Its survival was based largely on its low production costs. At the time, Blue Peter was fronted by Christopher Trace and Leela Williams, a former Miss Great Britain. The format was simple, but Baxter saw potential. She expanded the show's running time, introduced a more adventurous range of activities, and crucially, brought animals into the mix, most famously Petra the dog, Shep, and Jason the cat, all of whom became household names in their own right. Baxter's innovations soon became Blue Peter traditions, the annual charity appeals, often asking children to send and use postage stamps, coins, or scrap materials to fund overseas projects. The makes, demonstrating how everyday household items could be turned into toys or decorations, and the globe-trotting films showing prisoners on assignments from the Great Wall of China to African game reserves. Her reign saw the introduction of the Blue Peter badge awarded to viewers for letters, competition entries, or notable achievements, which remains one of the most recognizable emblems of British childhood.